when you apply a great conservative or external force towards perhaps an object, you will notice that at first that object is very it has the ability to resist, but the resistance is very insignificant should the force be approached from multiple angles or at a greater magnitude. And you will find that once black people become displaced from the idea or the goal or the objective of racism, it's a very bad spot. The objective of racism is to alienate and to isolate and to take away everything that makes the black man who he is, and to strip him away from his natural strength, from his ability to use his head, and to instill with him a sense of weakness, a sense of fear, because the Western world knows that the black man is very strong physically, right? His genes are very strong, and we're never ever going to deny that. And so in order to escape that fear that white people have, feeling that level of inferior status to the black man's strength alone, the only way to attack that problem is how they intelligently do so, which is to work around the physicality of the black man and to take away the core roots of what's bringing about his strength, which is his black identity, which is his roots. And once they have taken away the roots, the things you can do to the black man is unreal. All you would have to do is bring a white woman or white money or a white opportunity to a black man who has been stripped of his roots, and immediately somehow that black man would be convinced that what's being presented to him is better than what he already has, not understanding that the ironic thing you see today is it is these same white people who tried to brainwash the black people away from their black roots who are now going under doctoral procedures to enhance their physical features to look like black people, to have the physique of black people, to have the lips, the cheeks, the overall physique, the clothing and the structure that black people have possessed. And it is quite interesting how that level of reverse psychology works, because once the black man is no longer at use, he is chasing a cause where the only path left for him is a path of devastation. There is no level of proof that any fights that any respectable black man has put through, whether that be through the educational system, as I will give my respect where it is due, it is tough for a black person to go through the educational system. It is tough for a black person to even go through the status in a white community. And I take my hat off to every black brother and sister I see. However, the main point I'm trying to make is that even amongst these brothers and sisters, they will tell you alone the experience of racism that they go through, to the point where even they are at risk, or they experience being stripped of their realistic accomplishments. They are never acknowledged as the respectable doctors. Despite being doctors, the white people always have to prove to them that they are just action figures. And this is the conditioning that gets put into black people. And I feel the lack of understanding of what this has done alone to even black professionals, never mind the black community. I won't ever bring another causality into the occasion other than the psycho-intelligent maneuver that white people go through to tell black people who they are. Here's a challenge for you, okay? Ask a white person to just list one country in Africa. I can guarantee you from the top of my hand, anybody who reports back to me will tell me that the white person thought Africa was a country. And this is the motherland of the black people. So you tell me right now, how on earth are you going to get a white person to teach you about being black? So clearly they're not trying to teach you how to be black. They're trying to teach you how to be like them. But we know they don't want us to be like them. We have it on paper through their authorized law and their signature that we are not at their level. We have white police officers and white authorities who are even, you never hear of a story of a black person going on the news and discriminating against whites, but there is always something on the media about white people taking down the status and degrading blacks. And for some reason, I feel like that it just stays strange to me that black people are still complacent and they still don't understand how much these people want absolutely nothing to do with black people. So let me just jump to the case. Please, black people, pack up your bags, get the heck out of these white environments, okay? Leave them far and where they are, okay? If they have anything to contribute of any meaning towards the black community and the black cause, then please let them by all means. But for as long as you are funding their racist educational systems and their racist neighborhoods, you're only contributing towards the same hand that caused many of our brothers and sisters to fall. And that's the sad reality of what we face. That there is evidently going to be a problem that stems to never actually being able to get onto peaceful terms and never being recognized for our contribution and for who we are as people. And I can tell you, just by a level of human ethics, I can guarantee you any black person, and I mean it, any black person who can rise up the ranks of North America is that's a hero in my book, and they have always been heroes. But one thing I have noted is that these black people, upon being presented with the opportunity to mingle with the whites, will take their opportunity with great speed rather than caution. That all the white people are doing is literally throwing their loose change from the mass wealth that they have already accommodated for. They are just throwing their loose change to prevent you from actually establishing greater terms on yourself. And once you realize that, I think you really will start to tap into potential beyond the white people's money, beyond white people's respect, and beyond the white people's approval. And that is probably the best way in which you can tackle this issue, and that you can grow a sense of purpose, or even contribute towards the situation, by realizing that your contribution alone provides opportunity and hope for the black masses, and hopefully, if you are rising in education or any of your discipline fields, I beg of you, you have black brothers and sisters who seriously need you. So please do not neglect that. And while they may not see you now, they just haven't seen you yet.